Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. It's the DJI Mavic Air 2. Finally got my hands on it. If you missed the unboxing and full-on setup, really getting in depth and looking at it close up with all the parts and how it connects and updating, go ahead and check the video in the series. I'll have that pop up here. You might want to check that out. Also subscribe for the rest of the series. Anyway, this is going to be the initial flight test. We are going to take it out of the case, set it up real time, make sure we just see how everything works. We're going to try the tracking. We're going to try all the features. We're going to see how it flies. Anyway, let's get started with the Mavic Air 2. Okay, so setting up, just opening the package, the case. Now this is the fly more combo. First thing we do is take the drone out. And remember, front first, back second. And all we need to do is take off the gimbal guard. So we just kind of grab it like this, pop that off. And that's it for the drone. It's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to do a compass cal 2 on this, compass calibration, because I haven't done one yet. So we're going to go through that real quick before we fly. You can see the 2 extra batteries are right here, fit really nicely in the pouch. I left the charger at home because I don't really need it today, but you can fit the whole charger and multi-charger in here. Cool. This is the bracket we're going to mount our phone on. Check it out. This one does have the cable already built in here, so you don't have to keep it extra in your bag. It's ready to go. As you can see, the controller looks quite a bit different. It's kind of different, kind of neat, but the phone can't really tilt or anything, so you're just kind of stuck with having your phone in this orientation. Now this is an Android OnePlus 6T phone, and for some reason I only can put it in this way where the plug's on the left side. I usually like to have it this way where the plug's on the right, but for some reason the DJI app kind of forces it to be in this orientation. So just kind of pushing real easy, just put it in the top, push the bottom in, and you can see how that snaps in really nice. One thing about this is you can't really touch the buttons after you put it in, so if you need to turn your volume up and stuff, maybe do that first, because I want to hear the voice, the DJI voice. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume up, and we're just going to put it in just like that. Remember, this is a USB Type-C cable, so you can really just twist this any way you want and put it in. So if it's better for you to switch that cable around, you can, so it can reach your phone and stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is press and hold on the controller. You hear the double beep, the familiar chime. Press and hold the drone. And we're just going to look at the gimbal kind of booting up. You can see it doing its self calibration and that familiar boot up sound. And we're just looking at the controller. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the light's blinking. Now it's on solid, so it's ready to fly. So basically you can fly this without even your phone, as long as you set it up at your house initially and register it and stuff. You don't even need your phone. You can just go ahead and arm line of sight and fly at line of sight by pulling the sticks down. As you can see, we need to put in our thumbsticks. Almost forgot about that. So we screw these in. Pretty cool and convenient, just right in the bottom here, tucked away nicely. If you didn't even want to plug in your phone or have your phone on top, watch. See how you can just pull both sticks down and in. Now that it's armed, let's see if it shuts off if we don't take off. I always like to just do this for safety reasons, just to see, you know, what if something happens where it's just sitting there armed, how long does it take to turn off? Well, I don't see it turning off. Okay. I usually like, if the thing doesn't take off for about 10 seconds, it is nice to see it just turn off the propellers for safety reasons. Say you fell down and your controller, who knows what, fell in the water. That thing's just going to be sitting there dangerous with the propeller spinning. So maybe something they want to look at. Otherwise you have to disarm it by pulling down and out, or down and in. You can disarm them again. All right, so now we want to connect the phone up, and we're just plugging directly into USB-C. Now I was having some trouble. You'll see it auto launch the app. I was having some trouble in my unboxing. I did get it to work. SD card detected. Yeah, I just put an SD card in there. So I have a 32 gig SanDisk Pro in there. So you want a really high quality card, high speed card if you're going to be doing especially HDR or 60 frames per second, so you can get that 4K resolution. Anyway, what I was saying is I was having some trouble initially with this phone. It seems like if you maybe have the Mavic Mini first, and you have the app in your Android phone at least, and you have the Mavic Mini bound and that's all working great, I couldn't get it to recognize the Mavic Air 2 until I uninstalled the app, reinstalled the app, re-logged into DJI, my DJI account, and then it recognized and could update. So just a little tip there for you guys that are having some trouble. I went over that in my unboxing, but something good to know. Okay, we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and record this screen for you guys so you can see what's going on with my screen recorder. There we go. I like to use the AZ screen recorder. It's been working pretty good for me. Everything's good to go. Go fly again. As you can see, initially it went into the fly screen. So I'm just going back in there. I have it set to 4K 30 frames per second in HDR mode. You can do 60 frames per second, but it's not going to be in HDR, okay? We're in video mode. We'll also take some pictures up there. So let's go ahead and start flying, see what this thing can do. We're 95% because we've been sitting for a bit. We got 18 satellites. Awesome. So we should be good to go. So I'm going to do an auto launch. This switch here, I'm going to stay in normal mode. If you're a super beginner, you might want to switch it over to the left in tripod mode. There is also a tutorial on here for flying, and it totally teaches you how to fly if you want to do that. I went ahead and bypassed all that stuff, but you can do that if you want when you initially boot it up. So I'm hitting auto takeoff, and then I'm just pressing and holding here. Propellers are going to spin up, and there it goes. So the wind pushed it back a little bit. We're getting about 5 miles per hour from this direction, and it has all of the sensors on. So did you hear that beeping? So that means it detected me behind it. See that? Because it has these 2 vision sensors. And it looks like it only launched to about 1 meter high. You know what I'm going to do right away is I kind of want to change that to Imperial. You see this on the screen here? It's set to metric by default. I'm in the US, so I want to do Imperial. Just click anywhere out of that screen and you should get back. So now you see that it only launches to about 1.5 feet high. I'm going to bring it up right to eye level, just pushing up on the left stick a little bit. Now let's just see how it kind of hovers and maintains. Oh, I forgot to record the video, so I'm recording now. There we go. Just press record. You can also press right here on this trigger button. Check this out. This cable is kind of in the way of the trigger, so you might want to turn this around and mount it so the cable is higher, because it's a little bit in the way of my finger there, but no big deal. So we're looking at the craft here, and we're just going to kind of, it's just locking in. I mean, it did go to the left a little bit. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the videos I make. But you see how it just went a little bit to the left? Now it's beeping again because we're in the way. And it's just hovering there right at the eye level I set it at. Now, I do have that ND filter. If you look over here on the drone itself, you see that? That's the ND 16 filter that comes with the Flymore combo. You don't get the filters with it unless you buy the Flymore combo, or you can get them separate. So I have the ND 16. It's a pretty sunny day today, and so that's what we're seeing. And you can see how it's not detecting me from the side. So let's move over to the right. There we go. So it detected me right when I came in view of the camera, it seems. See that? And that's the limit of, I guess, the sensors on the front. So this one, I don't know about tracking sideways. It might still crash, just FYI. So let's move the gimbal up and down. I'm just using this left little roller on my finger. And you can see how that's nice and smooth coming down. Looks like it's a slow speed by default. I haven't changed anything, by the way, guys, except for the distance and height settings a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll start off in tripod mode. I'm pushing this button to the left. Tripod mode, low speed. And let's just see how it does in this. Left stick full to the right. It's detecting me again. And you see how slow it's turning. Look at this, close up. Still doing very good. Now it detected me from the back. Let's see. Maybe a little narrower range of detection from the back. Okay, let's do full stick forward. See how fast this goes? Again, this is very slow. This might be the one you want to have in this mode when you're just beginning. See how slow it's going. It's turning very slow, coming towards me. Remember, this is HDR mode, so keep an eye on that video. Wow, okay, I was headed right towards my head. Get the gimbal down a little bit. So it is working. It stopped very well on its own before it hit me. Let's reverse it here. So really slow it's spinning. Even the camera doesn't look that slow. So maybe a good mode for cinematic shots too. I'm gonna pull back full stick in tripod mode, and let's see if it detects me in this mode. Hearing some beeping. Yeah, it's slowed down really gradually, and it's maintaining about, I don't know, it seems like about 6 feet from my head. So that's good. I think I just accidentally turned on that bottom light. I have the bottom light. You see this LED light on the bottom? I have it set to turn on if I press this function button. See that? You can do off, auto, enable when it gets low light, or always on. I think I just accidentally pressed it so it was on. Anyway, let's do some other stuff. So that's how fast this thing's going. I wasn't even looking at the speed. Okay, let's just look at the speed. Let's give it full stick. See how fast it's going. All right. It's only going about 10. Looks like it's limited to under 10 miles per hour. Wow, it looked like it's dropping. Look at this. Dropping on its own for some reason. That's unusual for a DJI. Unless I was... Oh! Almost saw me and stopped, but I stepped out of the way. Okay, well that's the tripod mode for you. Let's push full throttle up, see what our speeds are. And look at those jacaranda trees over there. They're blooming right now. Beautiful. Full throttle up. Let's just see how fast this mode is, then we'll go into the other modes. 2 miles per hour, maximum, full stick up. Okay, and you can see it going up there. I'll have the phone on the screen. Let's turn towards the sun and see how it does directly into the sun in this HDR mode. There's a sun up there. Full stick down. Same speed, 2 mile per hour negative coming down. See that? HDR, I don't know, tell me what you guys think. I would have thought the HDR would have brightened up the ground a little better. But that's the way it's working. Okay. We're going to switch into normal mode. So I'm taking this switch in the middle, going to the middle, and it's saying end normal mode. Now this is going to be a long review, just to let you guys know, but I do have 3 batteries, so might as well just do it all and show you everything this thing can do. So let's do a quick yaw all the way. Definitely faster, you see that? Detected me, and detected me on the back too. So apparently they're working in normal mode, the sensors. Now let's go full stick forward. Oh, wait a minute. That seemed interesting. Started going really slow. Wow. Okay. So it's pretty slow in normal mode. Slow to start. Let's see how fast it gets going. I'm going to get a running start here. You guys look at the camera. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Running start, full stick forward. I'm going to go up a little bit. Maybe that's why it can fly so long. It's just really smooth. So what's our speed? 18, 19 miles per hour, getting up to right around 20. That's going against the wind, about 5 miles per hour. Let's bring it back with the wind. And now we're going about 25, okay? So it is about 5 mile per hour winds blowing from that direction. Okay, well this is what we can expect from normal mode. Slower than I thought it would be. Let's do a punch up. 3, 2, 1. Turn it here so we can look at something. That's not. There we go. There's a house over there. Full throttle up. Okay, that's faster. Now we're going at about 9 miles per hour. Okay? In normal mode. Pulling full stick down on my left stick. And we're going a little bit slower, 6.5. So a couple mile per hour slower coming down. And make sure you guys are looking at that camera, seeing how that thing's doing. Let's try to see how low we can get before it wants to land. Okay, see how I'm pushing down on the stick and it's not letting me go any lower? if I was to hold it, it would land. And so it's stopping at about, wow, now it thinks it's -3 feet. So maybe a little bit off on its calibration there. Oh, you know what I didn't do is a compass cal. We'll do a compass cal in the next, on the next battery. Anyway, I want to see if you can cancel the landing. So I'm holding down. Don't want it to land, push up. Great. So you can cancel that just by pushing up the throttle. Okay, what else do we want to do? In normal mode, man, it sure is flying slow in normal mode. Why is it so slow? I guess because we're close to the ground. Let's pick it up a bit. Yeah. So if you're close to the ground, it just wants to fly slow. Come down. Wow, it just went over me. Okay. I think I have A-Pass maybe on. A-Pass is, it'll automatically avoid the obstacle. Let's try that. Let me go right in front of me. I'm going to stand right here. Look at this, going up on its own. Right over my head. Well, that's great. Let's try the same thing in reverse. So we'll just be right in front. I'm going to stand right in front of it. That time it turned to the left on its own. Whew. Got going faster that time. Guess with the wind, huh? All right. So I think that's good for the normal mode. Let's go into sport and then we'll try some other stuff. We have 61%. It says we have 18 minutes of flight time left. You see up there on the top right? If I click on that, showing us our battery voltage and how long we've been flying, which is 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Great. So we're switching into sport now, guys. This button to the right, and we want to see how fast this thing flies in sport. First we'll go low, because it seems like it flies slower when it's close to the ground, which is interesting. Full stick forward. Okay, now it doesn't care about the ground. Look at this. That's going fast. I don't think the obstacle avoidance is going to be working. Let's just try it going slow at me. It could detect me, but it didn't want to move. So be careful with sport mode. It's not going to stop. It doesn't seem. Let's try that one more time. I'll just go slow. Let's go very slow right at me. Nope. So it's going to run into you in sport mode or run into obstacles. So don't count on those sensors working. They'll just beep a little bit. Let's see how fast this thing gets going. I'm going to go up. We're going to go right into, there's the West Maya Mountains, beautiful. We're going to go straight that way for a bit, okay? Let's see how fast this thing can get going. I think it was only 20 in normal mode. We're already at 35. Approaching 40. Okay, into the wind, actually, that's about 40 miles per hour. I'm going to slowly turn while checking out that HDR, right? And I'm going to come right back at me. Whoa, where am I? That's the wrong park. Oh, where the heck I am. You see the little icon in the on the bottom? That's our radar. Let's see how fast it goes going with the wind. Yeah, about 37. Still going with the wind. 40. So you can expect 40 max with this thing. I think I'm at the lower park now. Let's bring it on back. There I am. Okay, there's the higher park. There we are, booking it. Woo! The thing flies fast. 40 miles per hour for a drone is pretty darn fast, man. And let's see how quick it takes to stop. So full stick forward, letting off. So that was going with the wind and it took about 20 feet to stop. Wow, so sport mode's really fun. That's gonna burn your power, look at that. We only have 48% power left for doing all that stuff. Okay, so what do we wanna do next, guys? Let's get up here and do some pictures. We know how the video is. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I like to do these punch-up shots. We'll just get the launch mat right here in view. tilt the camera all the way down using this left stick roller. And let's just do a punch up in sport mode. Oh yeah, we forgot to see how fast it goes up. So full stick up, sport mode. Checking out the video, seeing how stable it is. It's going about 9 miles per hour up. That seems about the same as the normal mode was. Okay. And that's how the camera's looking beautiful. Jacaranda trees over there, looking fantastic. Okay, full gimbal down again and pulling the stick all the way down. Same speed, 6.5 miles per hour coming down, same as the normal mode. So you're gonna get faster lateral flying, but not faster up and down. Okay, that's what we can expect. Looking good, looking at the video coming down, making sure it's not wobbly. Right down, right above the mat. Okay, so now we want to get up there and we'll take some pictures. So we'll go straight up. I'm going to go back into normal mode, so I'm just clicking that button to normal. Let's go up. And we'll just get up here a ways, maybe about 200 feet. Right there. 200 feet, and let's take some photos of this. So I'm going to stop recording, guys. Let's see what happens if we press the picture and record button from up here. All right, that's going to stop your recording. So you have to physically, on the phone, you have to switch between video and picture. You see this? So I'm clicking on HDR, clicking photo, and let's do a single shot, and then we'll try some different things. So I'm just going to push this physical button on the right trigger. Picture. Let's try a 45-degree angle. Okay, another picture. And let's try an all the way down angle. Just like that. Picture. Let's see how the camera auto deals with this. Let's get some of these jacaranda trees in view. Picture. Okay, cool. Now let's try a couple of these different photo options. Let's try the 48 megapixel mode. All right, that's what it's doing. Let's just leave it there. Take another picture. Horizon up into the sun. What if I click on the sun? Wow, that really darkened up. Look at the sun now. Whew. And then if you click on, so you can click the screen, see that? And so it adjusts the exposure values. I just want to click right on the water out there. It's going to be kind of a dark picture. Let's just see how it works. Okay, and then we'll do one with it tilted all the way down, just to see the difference in 48 megapixel mode. Just to try it. Looks like it kind of bring in more, maybe like a wider field of view. All right, smart. Let's just try this smart. What's this going to do? Picture. I'll have these popping up on the screen, guys, as they come out. No post-production. Let's try a picture right here. Get these jacarandas. Some of the new construction here. And we'll do one just right into the sun again. Right there. This is automatically. It looks like you can see more of the ground. That's good in this auto mode. Let's take a shot. Okay, so I'll have those popping up so you guys can see what's going on with those. Well, we still have 32% power left. That's great. Now that we took some pictures, I'm starting to record again. I'm going to pull it on down. Well, we're looking at a little bit hazy over there. A little bit hazy today. I'm going to pull it on down and we're going to try to do some tracking. It does have the QuickShots, but remember that was kind of limited to the Mini could only do QuickShots. Maybe a little bit of tracking in QuickShots. Let's see if maybe we can do some free tracking with this. I was under the impression you could. Now the sun's kind of covering the clouds, so it's a little bit gloomy. Plus we have that filter on. Let's just try this. Let me click on myself. Click and hold. No. I guess you can move the gimbal if you do that. Let's do a box. How to lock target. Wow, a little bit of Chinese language there. Stays centered. Okay. So see this little tutorial here? So you just have to drag a box. Okay. Let's see if we press on this other one. Oh. How to lock target. Yeah, so it's just doing a tutorial. I'm going to skip it and close that. So there we go. Okay, at least we have a target, and it's on the little eye. You see that? Whoop, and I just pressed it again and it went away. So I'm dragging a box, and this thing keeps coming up. Don't show again. There we go. And I want to press this left one too, see what that does. Active trap taco, and the aircraft will follow the target automatically. Okay. There we go. So you can do a trace or a parallel. So I just hit it again and it goes away after a while. Let's just press go and let's just track. So it should be staying at this height. Let's see if it follows. Yeah. So it's staying at the height and the distance away. And it's keeping me in front of it, and it's just moving to keep me in the shot. So that's working great. Might want to do some like driving around and trying it. Low battery, okay. Let's just do a little bit of running. See how this thing works. Looks like it's tracking great. Okay, so let's stop that. And you can see the filters make it really dark, right? When there's not too much sun around, so don't put a filter on if you want brighter shots. So you see how I'm kind of moving around just in a circle around it, and it's just keeping the distance and keeping around me. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to press that little thing to the left bottom again, and this time let's try a parallel. Go. So what this should do is it should just follow me with its head locked. Okay, if I walk forward. Wow. What's it doing now? Having a little trouble, right? Did you see that? So I was having some problems. Can't believe DJI is still having these problems like that. I was supposed to back up. Let's go away from it. So you see how the head's not really turning? Oh, it kind of is actually. I don't know what it's doing. So maybe they can work on the parallel a bit.
Level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
Okay, home point. Let's back up and let's let it do its automatic home point. There it goes. It's going to go up. And let's just do what it thinks it needs to do, okay guys? Looks like I was far enough away from the home point for it to do a full return to home. I think if you're within about 50 feet, it's just going to land where it is. So important, if you want that return to home to work, go ahead and just get far enough away. It was probably about 100 feet away that time. So you can see how high it went on its own. It went to 100 feet, 98 feet. Let's see how close it gets to that landing mat. Okay. The whole time watching the video, making sure everything's nice and stable. And I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to touch the... Oh, so it did that on its own with the gimbal. I'm not touching nothing. It's said ensure landing is safe. That thing keeps popping up once in a while. Looked like it adjusted a little bit from the bag over there to the landing mat. Wow, it really can't see that landing mat? Okay. I guess it's just gonna land there, and that's like 4 or 5 feet away. Let's see how far that is. I didn't do a compass cal, so maybe that's why. We'll do one, we'll try that again. 1, 2, 4 feet. So 4 feet away, that's reasonable, totally, especially if we're not calibrating the compass at all. So let's go pop in a new battery. I'm gonna stop recording, pop in a new battery, and we'll try more of those tracking functions, and we'll do a compass cal first before we even launch it. and we'll see how close it lands next time we do our return to home. Okay guys, got a new battery here, fully charged battery. So we'll put this guy in. You know what I'm gonna do, since it's a little dark for this ND16 filter it seems, I'm gonna change this filter, take it off. So all you do to change these is twist it to the left, pull it off just like that. Put on the regular one, which doesn't have any glass on it. It's just like a little rim guard. And we'll put this one back in the filter case. Hold the camera, have it slightly angled so it drops in to the tabs, drop in, and then twist it to the right. And that's it. That's how you change it. Now you can see it's a lot lighter. We're gonna see how it looks when we launch it with no filter on. This time guys, I'm gonna twist this cable so it's more up towards the top and put it in so it's not interfering with my finger. You see how that's a lot better on my finger. By the way too, you see up here, I had my Wi-Fi on and I had my Bluetooth on in the last flight. So I just turned those both off. All I have is my data on. So let's see how it does here. There it is, compass normal and IMU normal. I'm just to do this, I'm gonna go into compass and I'm gonna start this because I actually honestly did not do this before I received it or after I received it. So you see on the screen here, it's just saying rotate it counterclockwise. I'm just trying to hold it away from the controller, turning it counterclockwise. Then it says point up and rotate counterclockwise again. And that's it. This time let's launch straight from the controller. So both sticks down and in. Check propeller installation. Okay. Yeah, I know that's working because I just flew it. Don't show again. Let's try again. Both sticks down and in. There we go. Little safety precaution. And let's just pick it up slowly. There we go. We'll just fly up to maybe like 20 feet or so. Let's go 30 feet. Remember the old Mavic 1 used to have to do that. All right, so this is the picture now with the ND filter off. It's going to be a lot brighter. You see that? Those jacarandas are beautiful. Yeah, a little hazy today here on Maui, the West Maui Mountains. Okay, so let's get back to what we were doing. Just in normal mode. And we're going to do more of this tracking. Okay. So remember, all we do is draw a box. I'm going to try parallel again because that seemed to be really wonky and weird. Let's try that one more time. Let's walk this way, sideways. See, that's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to be turning its head. It's just supposed to be following you with a locked in head. You know what I mean? Of course, it's going to have to turn if it goes too far a little bit. Let's walk the other way. Seems to be working good. All right. And if we go forward towards it, a little delayed. It's taking a while for it to react to what I'm doing. Now it's going, not really going fast enough back. It's kind of going back and sideways. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, that's what it's doing. Now it's following me parallel again. Let's walk away from it. I know what it's doing. It's just trying to stay in that locked position. That's why it's turning. All right, that's good enough for me. Let's stop it. And let's try this other thing to the right. You see this little circle with an arrow? And okay, this is an orbit. Cool. So you need to press it quick because it goes away. So let's get a little closer. You're probably going to want to start this. Keep the drone where you want it to be when you start it. You know what I mean? Or put it where you want it to be. Okay, so now we're going to press it. We're going to do slow first and go. This is its default orbit. And that is really slow. The wind's coming at its back about 5. And it's really going slow. Let's see if we can speed this up while it's in the middle of it. Yep. I just dragged and sped it up. So it went back a little bit. And let's try to move around while it's tracking. So this is the infinite tracking you guys are looking for. if you're not satisfied with the mini limited quick shot, this is what you need to get. This is the next best thing. I'm not sure if they make the old Air 1 anymore, but this is the next best thing, right? If besides like a Mavic Pro 2. So might be good for you. Hey, it's tracking me even with the shade on me in the shadows. Let's just run a little bit. See how it maintains. I wonder if it would run into a tree. Probably. I don't think I'm gonna really want to test that, but I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, it kind of sees the trees. Do you see that? I'm not sure if something was right on the side of it, but it saw them and beeped as it passed them. That's kind of cool. All right, it's doing great. Let's just speed it up all the way. That's as fast as you can go. And it's going just about 12, 13 miles per hour max. Okay. Let's see if we can adjust while it's doing this. Let's go back and higher. You sure can. Doing a great job. Look at that. Whoops, I just turned the light on again. Pressing the function button. Back to auto. Okay, now this one has a good sensor because it's able to track me from very far away. Remember the Skydio 2 had problems with this. Wouldn't know where you are unless you have the beacon. But all this is using is the visual. It's doing a great job. Let's keep going up and back and go until it loses me. How about that? I'm pushing throttle up a little and I'm pulling back. Oh, there it goes. Now it's tracking, it looks like a GPS location. Did you see it on the screen? It lost visual tracking of me and now it looks like it's trying to track maybe my phone, GPS or something. Okay, well at least that's what you can expect, right? Let's go forward and not up, but forward and down. Bring it in a little tighter. And let's see if it retracks me. If it gets close enough. Yep. So I didn't do anything. I just bring it in tight. High and tight. Let's go down. See how far down we can go while it still tracks. So you can do your own cool boomerang shots. That's really neat. I'm just pulling down. Wow, it'll even track you all the way that low. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Let's try to run while so this is going to be dangerous, guys. You got to watch out around you, right? I don't know how it's going to react to sideways things. I'm going to move this all the way to the other side. Let's see how it deals with this. And I'm going to bring it in a little closer. This is so weird. Gosh, so you can do some low tracking shots. That's neat. A lot of drones won't let you do it this low. Okay. You can get some really neat shots. Let's get out of the shade. It's seeing me with its sensor, so at least it's not going to get too close. I'm going to go down all the way. That's as low as I can get. This is neat. All right, so this can be your cameraman, dude, for some low shots. That's really awesome. You guys will be checking out the video and seeing how the HDR is doing. I'm gonna get it back up a little bit. Okay, so far very impressed. Hit and stop. Just gonna stop there. And really that's all we can do. We can do orbit and then we can do trace and parallel. So they made it really simple. Maybe eventually they'll enable this for the Mini too, because it's using the same application. Tap X on myself, or you tap the eye, and those are the two ways you can get out of this. Oh yeah, we need to do those quick shots. So how do we do the quick shots? We have to stop recording, I believe. Oh yeah, okay, I always forget. You have to press on. I'm gonna actually just let you guys look at the sunset for a little bit while I finagle with this. So we're going to tap on quick shots to the right there. And it's telling you exactly what to do. You drag on target, and then you have just like the Mini, same exact thing, except it looks like you might have some more. See that on the right? And then you can choose your distance. We're gonna go all the way to 380 feet this time. I don't think you can pick this far with the Mini, but let's just try it. So in this instance, since it has these rear sensors, let's try this. Let's try it super low. I'm gonna bring this camera all the way around. Okay, I'm gonna click on me as the user. Let's go back right against the back of the tree. And let's see what it does when it's going back towards that tree. So beeping at me because I'm in the way. I'm gonna click on myself. Okay, and we're gonna start this quick shot. This is just a droney, I believe. So let's start.
3, 2, 1.
Going back. Let's see how it deals with that tree behind it. You see that in my hat cam? It's sensing it. Okay. Let's come back forward. Whoa. Sun's right in my eyeballs. So it's gonna stop when it's trying to do quick shots. Doesn't seem like it's gonna go around them, the obstacles. Let's click on quick shots again, and we want to do a different one. Okay, how do we there we go. So we tried droney. Let's do a rocket. Let's go all the way. 260 feet is what it allows us for this one. That's a little annoying. Sorry about the beeping, but
3,
the sensors are on.
1.
Here we go. We're gonna do a rocket. For example, we're sitting on the beach, and of course you can speed up the video if you want, right? You just, when you're editing, you just fast forward the video. Say you're with your family and you want to get this rocket auto shot. Of course, you can easily do this with your finger and just press up, but some people like to have just these easy automated type of deals here. So we're looking at it. It's going 4.3 miles per hour speed upwards, and I think it was 230 feet. Wow. So check out the video. I'll have that up for you guys. Just about ready to stop. I could see the percentage ticking away around the record button over there. Did you see that to the right? So now it's going to come on down. And it's not recording. Is it recording? I don't think so. I think it stopped recording. It's just going to come on back and stop in the same direction it started. Let's see if it works its way a little more away from me. Or did it get closer? No, it's about how far away it was. It's going to stop higher than it left off at. And we got to bring our camera back up. Okay, let's step away so it's not beeping at us so much. And let's try something else. Boy, just stop beeping, will you? It's like you got to be like 20 feet away before it stops beeping. Let's try the circle. Okay, now this will be interesting if it's going to hit a tree. Let's just go and do it. Start. Click on me. Let's get up just in case. We don't want to be in anybody's way. And we'll start here and just see if it's going to hit a tree. Okay, sorry about that. I want to start so I can start farther away out here. Okay. It lost me. I gotta get myself back. There we go. So I want to start farther away out here and then see if it hits the tree. So here's the test, guys. Let's do it. Tap on me again. Okay. Ready? Start.
3.
So it's just going to maintain this circle. And it's going slow. I don't really see anything on the screen to speed it up. Okay, this is it. Is it going to hit this tree? Ooh, yep. hit the tree. Okay. Well, there you go. That's what it does. It hit the tree, but it saved itself. And I'm gonna come out of the tree. There we go. Let's check the damage. If there's anything. I don't think so. Hey, that was a good test, right? I've never seen anybody else do that. I'm not afraid to really put these things through the test, even though this is a kind of an expensive one. I'd rather do it than you guys crash your drone. So it seems like it's flying fine. So I'm just gonna let it go. We're still 49% power. We're doing great. So don't do that, okay? Now you know really not to do that. You don't want to do any of these sideways functions because it will run into things. Remember, only the back and front sensors in the bottom. But it was really good at hitting the tree, saving itself, and then just staying stationary and canceling everything. And it put itself into a little nook that was free of any branches. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we don't want to do this around any trees. So let's do that again, kind of in the sun here. And this is also really good to know how it deals with different types of shading, right? So we'll get away from it so it's not beeping like crazy because that's really irritating. Let's go back into our quick shots and let's just keep going. Let's do a helix. It's gonna beep for a second because I'm gonna come in close. And let's just start it. Click on me. It's funny how the X is on a certain area of the body, isn't it? Start, hurry up.
2, 1.
Starting. All right, so it's gonna go up and out and circle, and I set it at the maximum altitude. So here we go. It's taking a 4K HDR video at 30 frames per second, and it should just go out and then come back in. What a great shot. Let's see if it loses visual tracking. Remember how it resorts to the GPS tracking if it loses it? Okay, 50% complete. Wow. It can really see me that far. Do you guys see the screen? Tiny little box at 340 feet away. Oh, box is gone. Now what's it gonna do? Okay, I'm just looking at my phone screen. Quick shot complete. So hopefully it knows where it started and it logged a point, so at least it knows to come back to that spot. Okay. Coming back in. So it's just gonna come straight down into an angle towards you. So you know, DJI is one of the only companies that does this. Other companies go just straight horizontally and then come down, but this one does an angle coming back. And watch this, it's just gonna go right where it left off, but it's pointing at the wrong person. So maybe a little bit of a con, but that's kind of minor, I guess. All right, let's try something else. So we want to go back to our quick shots. We're gonna try a boomerang. So clicking on boomerang and we're gonna get close, and you can see how that is just showing the graphic of what it does. Just like any other boomerang. So let's get really close, start, click on us. Let's just do a really cool boomerang. Start.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, it sure is beeping, isn't it? And so it's doing a slow boomerang. The thing is, I don't see any speed. Let's see if we just press right on the stick. Oh, that just canceled the whole thing. So where's our speed, guys? Where's our boomerang speed? That's what I want to know. I don't see anything. You guys go ahead and comment if you know how to change the speed of the boomerang, because I don't see nothing. I guess you just gotta like speed up your shot or something. Let's try that again. Start again.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I didn't see any option to turn off that beeping either. So as far as I can see, 1 speed on the boomerang, because when I try to move the stick, it just stops it wherever it is and cancels it. Kind of cool, but I wish you could change the speed. I'm gonna try that one more time and change the speed right when it starts. Go. Now pushing right. Nope, it just canceled it and it's flying regular. Okay. I'd say that's something they need to work on if you really can't change the speed. Let's see what else we can do. Another shot. The last one is an Asteroid. And here's what it does. Yep, it does a little planet. Let's do it. Let's do it and make it go right between the trees there. See if we can, if it'll hit those trees or what. 3, 2, 1. Asteroid. So this is what it does. It goes up and out. And we're not close to enough to the trees for it to worry about those. And this was neat with the original Mavic, remember? It would go out and then it takes this 3-dimensional picture. Watch what it does. Still recording my screen. Now watch it. Picture. It's taking a whole bunch of pictures and then it's going to stitch them all together. And it just makes a video for you. I'll have that video up when this is complete. Let's just watch what it's doing. Wow, that's really washed out over there by the sun, isn't it? That's what you get for taking off the ND filter. Whoa. Okay, so see how it's taking all these 360 photos. And there we go. Quick shot complete. Returning to start point. Not sure if it's still recording or not because it's still saying it has a percentage till it's done. But we'll just let it do its thing, and then what it'll do is it'll stitch it for you and it'll throw it in the SD card. Yeah. So now it's just returning with no percentage. So guys, I'll have that up for you, playing maybe 2 times. You can make it go forward and reverse, speed it up or not, in your editing software or the Fly app software, whatever you want to do. That was pretty cool, man. We did everything. Look at this. We did all of these quick shots. And we even tried a circle sideways into the tree, and we hit the tree. But it still flew. So here's what we'll do. We got 20% left. We're going to fly out, and we're going to do a return to home. Okay. Let's just fly way the heck out there. We'll do a quick little range test into the sunset. This isn't going to be a full range test, but we'll just fly way the heck out there until it tells us we need to come back because of power. Because we're only at 18%. So I'm full stick forward. We are going 25 miles per hour. There it goes. So it wants to come back. Still pushing forward. 3, 2, 1. Let's let it return home. Still had great picture. There's that HDR footage for you. What if oh, I forgot to keep recording. Okay, my bad, guys. I totally forgot. I'm still in picture mode. Let's go back into video. Start recording. So you'll have only been able to see my phone screen for that last little trip out there. Let's see what we can do here. We can still turn the gimbal up and down. Good. On return to home. And let's see if we can turn the head. Nope. Let's see if we can go sideways. Nope. Can we push forward? Yep. It gets going way faster if we push forward. Look at this. Okay, letting off again. Let's just let it land where it thinks the mat is this time. By the way, guys, when we finish up, I'll have the flight times up on the screen for these 2 flights, so you know how long we had until it wanted to return home. This isn't a full-fledged to 0% flight test like I usually do. I'm going to do that in the range test, and then you'll really know how long it lasts, because I'm just going to do a range test in regular normal mode first. So coming on down, normal people when they're flying, they're gonna let it come home when it needs to. Boy, it's like the same distance away from the mat again. Okay, so my luck with return to homes precision, it's the same distance, it's just over there now. Remember it was like over here last time, about 4 feet. Let's see what it is now. 1, 2, 3 feet this time. 1 foot closer. So I think that's gonna do it, man. We did a lot of stuff. We did tracking, we did all the quick shots. Boy, we did everything. Oh yeah, you know what I forgot? Is this button here will change you from photo to video. You don't have to keep pressing this on the screen. You just press that for photo, press it again for video. I think that really goes through just about everything. We just didn't do any time lapse, but maybe when I do the range test, I'll do some time lapse at the end so you guys can see how that aerial time lapse looks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go through pros and cons real quick. This little guy is great. It looks like basically a Mavic Pro 2 Mini, doesn't it? It is what it is, and it looked great. You guys be the judge of how those pictures look. Well, I've had those up on the screen for you to see. Oh yeah, let's look at the damage. I totally forgot to see what happened when it hit the tree. Just a little paint scrape on the propellers, front, backs. Just a little bit of that gray paint scraped off. Okay, well, if that's all that's going to happen, hitting a huge jacaranda tree, then no big deal. And you could see what happened. It was literally trying to do a circle right into that tree over there. I think it was that tree, not the jacaranda, that other tree. I think that's the one it was. Trying to do a circle, and this thing will hit things sideways. So do not bank on these sensors having a wide enough field of view on the back and the front to keep you safe from side obstacles. Will not happen. I know a lot of people have commented saying, oh, this thing is as good as the Skydio 2. No, it's not. It's definitely not anywhere near as good as avoiding obstacles. That Skydio 2 can avoid pretty much whatever you throw at it, unless maybe it's a tiny little wire or something. It did crash into the tree, but we need to remember that it saved itself. It hit, reorientated itself, and it got into a position where it wasn't hitting any branches, and then it allowed me to just fly out. Okay, so that has something really good going for it, and there's no damage whatsoever. That's pretty resilient to accidents like that. Now, if it was a tree trunk, I don't know how that would have been. When we were doing these quick shots, we couldn't adjust the speed. I thought I remember on the Mavic Mini, you could adjust the speed somewhere. When I tried to move the right stick to make it go faster, I just canceled out some of them. So definitely need to work on that. Give us a little bit different speeds. Of course, you can speed up your video, but then that's not like a real-time type of deal. But definitely a fantastic drone. And what this one's all about is the camera, because it does that 4K HDR. I don't even think the first Mavic Air did that. I don't remember it having HDR. This one, remember, it also does the 60 frames per second. Also have had the pictures up. You guys be the judge of how the video and the pictures did in that entire flight, how it dealt with the brightness of the sun, darkness of the ground, how the white balance was, how the exposure value was. And remember, we did one with the filter, and then this second flight, there's no filter, so you could see the difference. That was really interesting to see how it lost visual track, but then it defaulted to a GPS point where it thought you were, which was, it looked like it was within 10 feet away from me. So it's obviously maybe using the GPS of my phone once it loses sight. And then when it came back in, it tracked me again, except for that one time. Remember, somebody else was walking by and then it started to track them. That's what a device like the Skydio is good for, where you hold on to the beacon or have somebody holding on to the Skydio beacon, and it knows where that beacon is and it will just keep track of it. Anyway, for the maiden flight test, I think this thing did pretty good. No real complaints except for those couple of cons I talked about. It is a very fit and finish quality product, and I'm really anxious to see how those pictures and video came out and what you guys thought of those. So comment down in the description below. And also, guys, you can pick this up, and all the products I use in my video, I'll have those all listed in the description, like the video equipment I use to shoot my videos, and also the Mavic Air 2. if you're ready to buy it, go ahead and check my link out and buy it and support the channel. It just really helps me keep going on and doing videos like this. Don't forget, next video is going to be the range tests to hopefully 0%, and we're going to see how far we can get out. Will it make it the 8 kilometers that DJI says? Probably more. With these kind of products, I can usually get more than they say in this kind of country environment. So that's going to be up next. Thanks for tuning in, and subscribe. Link over here on the right hand side. Click that Stormtrooper, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.